Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
KISW presents the KISW Financial Advisor. Here to talk money, please welcome Todd. I invented numbers, so I know how this stuff works. Peach.
That's right, man. This guy, Todd, has been in the biz for over 25 years, the financial services industry. He's a whiz. He's been doing everything.
The biz whiz.
I mean, he cleans the floors, he opens the doors, and then also he knows money. I mean, what else do you want from this guy? Todd Peach is with us. Hello, Todd.
Good morning, BJ.
Biz whiz.
Now Todd's like,
clean floors.
Now people are going to ask him.
Doors.
Well, you're right. I have been cleaning floors and painting houses and everything else. So
yeah, see that? If you have a question for Todd Peach, feel free to give us a call at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. And don't forget BECU, a great credit union where it works just like a bank. And if you live, work, or attend school in a Washington state, you can qualify to be a member of BECU. And I said it's just like a bank, Todd, but what is the difference that makes people go, you know what, I think I want to choose BECU over maybe a regular bank?
the biggest difference, BJ, is you own it. So you're a member, I'm a member. We all own a piece of the credit union. So all the revenue we bring in, by definition, goes back to the member. We don't have the stockholders that we answer to. So our focus is on, better rates, great service, all the latest and greatest technology. Just making it a better experience. So, one of the biggest things for me over the years has been when we make decisions, it's not about how much money we can make. It's how will this benefit the member and the membership. And there's a big difference. And that's why it's so refreshing for me to have been here for over 20 years. So
yeah, and we're happy to have this great relationship with you because you can do anything at BECU that you can do at a bank. They got ATM machines all over the place and also whatever you want to do in banking plus a whole lot more because there's so many great services you offer because, again, it is about the members. You want more info, go to becu.org. You got a question, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Steve in Bellevue, you, sir, are on with Todd Peach from becu.org. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Hey, Todd. How you guys doing?
Good morning. Good morning, Steve.
What you got, buddy?
Good. I'm at a point in my life. I'm 37, and I finally got a job to where I make a pretty good amount of money, definitely a lot more than what my bills are. And I'm just curious to see if there's anything out there that I can invest some money in to maybe get some sort of secondary income or something like that. So I definitely got money I can invest.
Oh, good. Well, good for you. So all your debts paid off, Steve?
Yes.
With the exception of maybe a mortgage or a car payment?
I got an auto loan, but that's it. And then I have a credit card that I do to build my credit. Like you say, just put 10% on it every month and pay it off every month.
But you don't have a mortgage, huh, Steve? So you're free from that, huh?
That is correct.
Nice.
So is a house part of your plan? Is owning something you want to?
Definitely in the next couple of years, I would like it to be. I would ultimately like to be able to save up enough money to put the 20% down or whatever they want now, so I don't have to have the PMI to it.
Yep.
Well, that's a good. So, Todd, right there, that's a pretty good question and a pretty good way to start. Like, if he doesn't have that money, that's probably what he should do is just keep saving until he gets that 20%, and then beyond that, I guess you could give him some info.
Yeah, well, I guess the one question I do is Steve, is how about your 401k or your retirement plan? What are you doing there?
I'm working for a union and building up my pension.
So do they have the ability for you to also contribute to some sort of a retirement plan, and do they match anything?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, so that's the first step I would look at is what is that 401k or 403b, whatever they're going to call it. Is there a company match? Because if there is a company match, that's the first thing you want to do is take advantage of that. It's free money that you're just leaving on the table. Again, if you have a match. If you don't, I would still encourage you to start maybe looking at putting some of your money into a retirement plan. You could set them up on your own if they don't have one, but look into it. At your age, a Roth IRA would probably not be a bad idea to look at that. So I think those two goals would be to, divvy up that savings, how much you can contribute to your retirement, and then also that goal of owning that home in 2 to 3 years.
So, Todd, let's this brings up a good point, because people are trying to figure out what to do with their lives, because he talked about secondary income. I've heard this phrase before, also passive income, people trying to set themselves up for something like that. Or there are people that are just trying to set themselves up so that when they retire, they hopefully can just live off the interest of what their retirement big figure is, and then, still keep the principal in the bank for the rest of their retired life, and that way there's money left over for a spouse or kids or whatever. Can you just quickly speak to both of those, somebody who wants passive income and somebody who wants retirement income?
Well, passive income, I think, BJ, is referring to the pension, right? Is that correct? Is that what you heard?
Well, yeah, exactly. I think people that go into real estate and buy a lot of houses, and then, what happens is the rents from those houses become their passive income. Stuff like that.
So a pension or real estate would be, guaranteed income for life, potentially, depending on what your plan says. But you really have, 3 or 4 pillars to that. So, yeah, if you have a pension or if you own real estate, you'll have Social Security, potentially. But then you also have, to your point, an investment account that you'll want to have as well, because you're most likely your pension or your other passive income is not going to be enough, that you're going to need a nest egg in a 401k or an IRA, whatever, that you're going to want to be able to either draw principal and interest, or if you're lucky enough, it sounds like you're looking to, BJ, is just live off that interest and keep that egg, if you will, there, and just live off of dividends and interest.
Yeah, and of course, a financial advisor is always helpful in these measures. Anytime somebody calls us, I think, well, you know what, man, a financial advisor or somebody at BECU that, is in that department could definitely answer those questions.
Sure. And we really want to take at the big picture, where you're at today, where do you want to be, what are your short-term goals, whether that's the house, and then also, being able to retire in, 25, 30 years. So
we've got Todd Peach from BECU.org. Let's go to Matt in Linwood. Matt, you are on the rock.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad, Matt. What you got for Todd?
All right, well, Todd, recently, let's see, in August I filed for bankruptcy, and it just got discharged, and also my lawyer called me and told me that it closed. So what does this all mean for me moving forward with trying to rebuild my credit and possibly being able to buy a house one day?
Yeah. Well, a few things. So the bankruptcy is going to stay on your credit for about 10 years. That doesn't mean that's the end of the world, because as we go further into it, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, it's going to become less important. So the biggest thing you can probably do right now, Matt, is number one, do you have any debt that was outside of the bankruptcy that you kept, an auto loan or anything like that?
After the bankruptcy, I got a new car, and I've been paying that on time and making payments, doing my payments on time every month. Sometimes maybe like a couple days early, but yeah, I've been paying on time.
Was that the question you asked, or did you ask if he had any debt remaining after the bankruptcy before he got that car?
I guess what I was looking at, does he have anything that he's paying on that he's going to get positive credit reporting?
Gotcha.
And it sounds like he has an auto loan that he's making those payments on. That's a good start. So obviously, keep paying on that. Your interest rate's probably pretty high. I don't know if you know what it is, Matt, but I'm just guessing because you filed bankruptcy, that rate's pretty high. So
the car was $13,000, and but on my credit report, when I looked at how much I owe in the loan, it's like almost $20,000.
Oh boy. Okay. So I guess that's a lot. So I don't know if you've taken a look at the paperwork that comes with that, but I would take a look at your loan agreements. Understand what you're paying on that loan. And try to get it paid off as soon as possible. You're kind of in a bad situation because you're not into it enough for your credit to start to repair. But that 2 to 3, 4 years it will be. The other thing I would look at would be trying to maybe get a secured credit card. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but maybe $200 or $500. And what the way that works, you're going to give the financial institution, whoever it is, $500. They're going to put that in a savings account or account where you can't withdraw it. And they're going to give you a $500 credit line in this example on your credit card. You just make a few small purchases every month, pay it off. But the idea is we want some positive behavior reported on your credit. So, and then I think with a bankruptcy in about 4 to 5 years, you might be eligible for a home loan, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the main thing is we got to start getting positive credit reported out there. So it looks like, you are going to pay your debt. So a lender would want to give it to you. So pay that car off, keep making those payments, and look into a secured credit card would be my 2 recommendations.
And Todd, is that something that you guys over at BECU can help out their members with if they've gone through something like this?
Yeah, we do, and mainly it's going to be for our current members that we have a relationship with, that we've known, but that doesn't mean we can't help. But yeah, you certainly could apply there, but if you want to email me, I can give you other ideas as well.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, that's what I love about you guys is that, I in the past, I've been frustrated by going to regular banks who just don't seem to have any information for me when I'm in trouble. They just want to go, hey, give us your money. BECU does seem to be so much different in that regard. Let's go to Patrick in Tacoma. Patrick, you're on the rock with Todd from BECU.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, Todd, so I've got a 401. I've got an IRA Roth open. My credit score is like 815.
Nice.
Nice.
I was wondering how much and if I'm able to use some of that Roth IRA for just a portion of it for a home loan for some of the down payment, and what's the percentage on how much I would get penalized?
Ooh. So he pays taxes on the Roth when he pulls it out, and is there also a penalty too?
No. So the beauty of the Roth is that you can take the principal out at any time without paying the taxes. So it's only the
nice.
interest. So what I would do is, Patrick, do you have a loan officer that you've talked to yet for the house?
Not yet.
If you want, I'm happy to hook you up with somebody that can answer your questions. But what we want to look at is, what is your income, what kind of house you're looking at, what kind of a down payment would we need, and then how much do we need from that Roth, and how much is in that Roth. But there are also provisions for first-time home buyers, assuming you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, that you can also take money out of a 401k without the penalties for the purchase of a new house. I believe it's about $10,000.
Wait a second.
So I think between
Todd, because I want to see, I heard that right. You're saying that if you haven't owned a home for 3 years, you can be considered first-time home buyer for what you just said?
Yep.
Oh, whoa.
Yep, that's it.
I'm stupid because I would think, I could never take advantage of first-time home buyer because it's not my first time buying a home. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
a lot of people have life circumstances, right? Whatever, divorces or whatever. So if you haven't owned a home 3 out of the last 5, you're considered a first-time home buyer.
All right. I got to go get rid of my house and wait 3 years.
Patrick,
sorry, Sarah. All right, Patrick.
We have to
fly.
programs out there.
That's awesome. And you can get all that information. Todd's got an email, and you go to KISW.com. Just scroll down. You'll see the banner with Todd's smiling face. If you need any questions answered, you can email Todd there, and he will help you out. And, of course, BECU's got a lot of great answers, too. Todd, as usual, man, time has run out. But if nobody got through, just email Todd at that place I told you to. And don't forget BECU.org. If you live, work, or attend school here in Washington State, you are qualified to be a member. Todd, have yourself a great Christmas, my friend.
You as well. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next year.
Yes. Hopefully I'll be not broke. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
baby's first birthday and Christmas coming up.
And you bought a house.
Yeah. Todd, can I borrow a couple dollars?
Yeah, you did a good job.
I want to get one of those fancy head shavers. That's like $100.
Oh,
Todd, should I do that?
That's a good call. Yeah, you got to do that. That's worth it. Yeah.
I'll reserve my comments, Steve. So.
I know your answers.
Yeah.
And they're never in line with what I want to do.
I don't understand why. You're so good with money.
I'm great with money.
I don't know why Todd doesn't recognize.
I'm very good with giving it away.
Yeah, you're really good. Well, that is a good point. Todd, take it easy, buddy. Yeah. There goes Todd Peach.
Bye.
And Santa Claus, how about this? Do you know Santa Claus had to resign after a kid asked for a Nerf gun, and this Santa said no? Hey, here's the great news. We've got audio of this, and you're going to hear it at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's problems in Santa Town, or at least for this one Santa, because there was a woman who posted a video on Facebook of her young son, Michael, asking a Chicago mall Santa for a Nerf gun.
Okay.
Which, Nerf guns are fun. Okay, that's a cool thing.
Nerf guns are fun.
Yeah, so here's what Santa said. Santa said, sorry, I'm not going to be able to bring that to you. And so the little dude started crying.
What do you want for Christmas? No guns. Nerf guns? No, not even a Nerf gun. If your dad wants to get it for you, that's fine, but I can't bring it to you. But what else would you like? It's okay if your dad...
Aww. Yo.
What an idiot.
This guy.
That's a harsh word, I know, but leave your opinions to yourself.
No guns.
Your job is to sit there and say yes to whatever dumb thing any child asks for.
Who is this guy, the gift police? Look, if that happened to my kid, it'd be like today's top story radio personality punched Santa Claus in the face, just like his father once did when he was a child.
Yeah, well, a lot of the clueless nature of this person, because look,
this guy.
As soon as somebody has
Santa does that,
you got to know people got phones out, right? You got to know this is a different time. You can't say stuff without people putting the phone in your face because they thought this would be a happy moment instead.
Was he have like an agenda? He's like, I'm anti-gun guy.
Oh yeah, he has to be.
But it's Nerf guns. He's anti-Nerf guns as well.
Steve, I will tell you this because of the lovely people that my wife associated with during the development of our children.
She hangs out with Santa.
There's a group of people in our world that think if you start letting kids even like have two sticks and put it together to look like a gun, that's wrong, and they discourage it. It's usually the new thought, crunchy granola type of parenting that irritates the crap out of me. If kids go like this with their thumb and finger, they would discourage it. It'd be like, it's like, look, this is what little boys and girls sometimes like to do. They like to play guns. They're not going to grow up and kill anybody. They're probably going to grow up and be an okay person like all of us who did the gun thing.
This guy, just say yes. You're Santa Claus. No one's going to come back and be like, you didn't bring those gifts that you told me you were going to get my kids. Like, you're the mall Santa. Just chill the F out, man, with your opinions.
I'm with you, man.
So it's a douche-ass Santa. Yeah, that Santa sucks.
Not the real Santa, but boy, apparently the
mall
one that's,
Santa.
Yeah, mall Santa, the one that works for him while Santa's making your toys. That guy.
There's a Santa at my gym that when I used to go, that is like he's in good shape.
Swole Santa.
Swole Santa. I think he's like the Pike Place Santa, and so I'm gonna hit him up. We're gonna go track this guy down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're
time for a beatdown, a Santa beatdown.
There's only one person that's qualified for that.
Who's that?
Your father.
Yeah.
He's got experience, man.
He's actually literally beating up Santa.
It's time for me to take the baton.
Oh, really?
Oh,
so
you're going to go back there?
Random Santas
treat
for
that guy
father.
like he's my Uncle Frank.
You need to recreate all of the Rocky training scenes with your dad training you to beat up Santa.
Yeah. Which, if you don't know the story...
Someone says now we need the story behind Steve's dad punching Santa because I guess they don't know the story.
Exactly.
Long story short... My Uncle Frank used to think it'd be cool to dress as Santa, which was awesome. Everyone's got that guy in their family that would dress up as Santa Claus and like to do it with the kids. But one time he decided to show up to our house completely unannounced, uninvited. And at that time, my parents didn't have the door locked. So he just opened the door, walked into the house, started yelling, ho, 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 with a sack of gifts or a sack of something. We weren't able to figure that out because my dad came flying down the stairs and just tackled him and just started beating the living hell out of Santa Claus as I'm crying because I'm watching my father beat up Santa Claus. And my uncle starts going, Belle, it's your uncle. It's Uncle Frank. It's Frank. My mom's brother, and my dad said, I don't care. Like, we don't ever show up unannounced. So then he's beating up our uncle on top of it, who was my favorite uncle. So now I'm crying even more.
Oh, jeez.
Your dad was a peach.
Well, in retrospect, Uncle Frank should at least ring the doorbell.
I agree, but still, that was a very harsh reaction.
It was.
I think at least let's see what Santa's got going on first.
Totally
so did you guys hear, though, the update that I guess the little kid ended up getting his thing?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people went online to complain about this. And so the mall...
They canceled Santa.
They canceled Santa.
This is the one time where I'm all about this.
They did cancel Santa. They basically they apologized to the family, and the mall said, that particular Santa's helper has resigned. And the next day, what they did was pretty cool. They sent a different Santa to the boy's house, and that Santa had a huge Nerf rifle for him to open.
Michael, there's someone at the door.
How are you?
Good.
Oh, there was a mistake made yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we're so sorry about it. Yeah, well, I heard about this up at the North Pole.
Oh, God.
And I rushed down. It's just a Nerf gun. Wow, you say, Mike.
This is crazy, this thing.
Should ask for a BMW kit.
Yeah, really. Boy, really, when it comes to the whole Santa situation and all of his helpers, boy, put these poor kids, we confuse the hell out of them. Wait a second. Yesterday you said I couldn't have. No, that wasn't me. That was one of the dudes. But he's not with us anymore, if you know what I mean, kid.
The mafia Santa over there.
Hey, it's Chicago. If you know what I mean, huh?
What if the old Santa, the one that said no to it, then goes down like a dark road and becomes like bad Santa?
Oh, even badder Santa.
I can't believe any of this story, man.
Yeah, this story is trippy.
Like, kid asks for a Nerf gun and he says no. I
don't know what it's like to be that little, though. Like, does it fix it? Or is the trauma of Santa just basically, told all this? I don't know.
I think it's fixed.
I hope you're right. Because I don't, I've got a daughter over there that's still traumatized by the whole Santa situation. So I hope you're right.
Yeah, but if Santa showed up with like 6 boxes of wine tomorrow, wouldn't you be like, you know what, Santa and me are cool again?
All right, cool.
Like big thumbs up.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, Vicky, you know what you got to do?
Wine.
Yeah, that's it. Go get 6 boxes of wine, and you have to dress up as Santa.
Oh, this Santa's cool, though, that showed up to his door because he's doing magic tricks for him.
Whoa!
Magic Santa?
Oh, that's Steve's kind of Santa.
Yo, is he available?
That is so awesome.
Oh, there he is. Like, look, I just made 2 red balls show up in your hand.
Excuse me?
Yeah, be careful how you say that.
2 red balls. I don't know how dangerous I can get with that. Just red, squishy balls.
Do you know who you are and you know how you speak normally? I think you could, that is awesome. And so does he, you think, first of all, does that guy work for them as well? And he's like their best Santa? Or is they had to go and they had to really recruit, like, okay, we got to get a big gun Santa.
Any Santa in a storm?
Yeah.
Someone says, guys, reel it in. The story's all planned out. The bad Santa was the uncle. Do your research. So this is all just a giant scam?
What? No, it wasn't. What? Who's saying that? Is that just some...
A texter. He says it was on the news.
No, it's not. No. Are we that dumb?
Well, yes, I could have answered that before we even read the story.
But we have the story right here. Why wouldn't they have given us an update in the story? That's why I'm wondering about this texter.
Oh, he could just be messing with us?
Yeah, because, I mean, look, we
need to get to the bottom of this.
Our news services that usually give us these stories would give us the full meal deal. I think that would even be great if it turned out it was a scam.
I'm not seeing any updates on
I'm
that.
thinking it's a joke because of Steve's uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Vicky.
I think that's where they're going.
You know, I miss tone with the texting. You know, texters, we miss the tone.
Damn it. Yeah. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
I don't like it because I just put a smiley face on their texter next time.
It's our fault. We're just tired. You know, Christmas is right around the corner. We're under a lot of stress.
Well, maybe that's you. I'm actually pretty well rested.
I'm trying to come up with an excuse. Like, good night's sleep too, BJ. Which is stupid. Like, I figured if we're tired, it's the easier excuse.
I'd rather just hate this guy.
Okay, well,
I'm going to blame the texter.
I'd rather just say, we're just consistently stupid texters. It's our fault.
All right, there you go. There's the yin and the yang of it. It's our fault or it's your fault.
Why not both?
You know what? I like that idea.
I've always wondered what happened to Uncle Frank.
There we go. But I will say this. I think in the world of texting and everything, we got to put a lol in there. I'm putting it everywhere now. A lol.
LOL.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to put the laugh emoji or a lol because I'm doing it every time because I'm like, I do not want anyone to mistake this for me being like, because I know what people think of me normally, like I'm very stern and then they think I'm, so they get tense around me. So I always make sure I put an emoji or a lol so they know I'm just kidding.
But you always just put an eggplant emoji when you text me. I don't know what that means.
True.
Because I'm sending you a particular message. And Danny, is lol not good anymore?
No, it's just funny that you call it lol.
Don't people call it lol?
No.
LOL.
No one
Who calls it lol?
Just me?
I've never heard anyone. Maybe another old person probably says it that way too.
Oh, all right.
We're just on fleek, guys.
The only time I hear anyone say lol, it's when they meant it spelt out LAWL.
Yeah.
Like lol, like it's...
What the hell is that?
What is LAWL?
It's just another term for LOL.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I am on fleek. You guys just don't want to appreciate. You just don't want to go as high as that level.
dorky.
You're so on fleek.
That's the new way everybody's saying LOL.
Who's they?
The Vicky lady person.
I didn't say it.
Well, whoever you saw do it, LAWL. You guys even know what LAWL means. At least I'm all up with the lol.
No.
You know what? I am tired
So when
of
it says rolling on the floor laughing, the ROFTL, do you go Roftel?
No, that nobody
Roftel,
does that.
guys, Roftel.
Listen,
Roftel.
I can't help what certain young people decide is going to be the way things are said. Okay? You know the GIF line. I mean, we lost control.
So when I say this conversation stupid AF, I should just say stupid F? Af.
Look at you didn't put a little laugh emoji there, so I don't get that being a joke.
lol.
There we go. Thanks, buddy. Now I get that's a joke. Wow.
Well, I saw something that just said like 77% of people now say they use emojis at work in the past 3 months. It's probably because of that. Everyone's just so on, just tense that you need to let them know that you're just joking around.
I think the emojis are a great way to go about it, to be honest with you, because I think for years, ever since email, we have been slowly but surely, not communicating with people, being able to see their facial expressions and hear them and their body language that we do misinterpret a lot. And I think the emojis have really done a great job bringing back the ability to know a tone of somebody and get what their mood is because there's so many different kind of emojis.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that.
Emojis at work? You don't think it's unprofessional?
Not at all. I think I'm all for it. I mean, come on, man. It's 2020, man. Emojis are not our biggest problems. Emojis at work, not the biggest problem.
It seems interesting, though, to me, just because I feel that you, with all of your rules and stuff, you would be kind of anti-emoji. So this is kind of refreshing, actually.
No, this is really good for my rules because it helps clearer communication.
Good point.
Yeah, I agree with you because it's, because I'm older, a lot of people go, oh, now that you're 60, you're going to hate everything new.
Lol.
Yeah. But in reality, if it actually is a good thing, I'm not going to hate on it just because it's new.
Right on.
I know that's usually my, my demographic stereotype, and I can't really disagree with that because most of my friends my age are that. They're really not lolling a lot. No, they're not. All right, yesterday, Steve, got this one right.
What does PS stand for at the end of a letter?
Pootie search.
No?
Whoa.
Postscript.
Yes.
If you go into the Wadata at the post office, you need the Pootie search. So I agree with you, Steve.
I'm a pawn Tony. Got my dillies on the pepper tank.
See? You got to get that Pootie search.
7 time.
God, such a great movie.
What a time.
I have to watch that again soon, just to put a smile on my face. All right, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Pete Miggs. We'll do that at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.